itself has enough to chew, solving its own problems. Not to talk of prognosing into that of another country. No man, no country, nobody has appointed them the policeman of the world. Let them face their own issues.
That is Femi Adeshina. Is a special advisor to the president on media and publicity. Mr. Femi Adeshina on Sunday criticized the United States government for placing Nigeria on the special watch list of countries violating religious freedom. Adeshina, who was a guest on Sunday Politics, a political program which aired on Channels Television, said nobody has appointed the United States of America to be the policeman of the world. You hear them say there. The presidential spokesperson advised Donald Trump's administration to focus on burning issues affecting the United States. The United States itself has a lot to chew, he said, solving its own problem, not to talk of prognosing into another country's affairs. Nobody has appointed them the policeman of the world, he said. Let them face their own issue. Speaking further, Adeshina called on the United States and other foreign powers to respect the internal issues of Nigeria, stressing that the federal government doing business with them does not mean the nation's sovereignty should not be appreciated. According to him, the United States Secretary of United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo does not have a clear understanding of things happening here in Nigeria. When asked if the accusation of the violation of religious freedom is not a reality, the presidential spokesperson replied, he said it is a discredited narrative, as the Minister of Information Lai Mohammed has said. Additional comment came hours after Mohammed faulted the report on religious freedom, accusing the United States government of being misled by disgruntled elements. The information minister noted that Nigerians enjoy unfettered freedom to practice their religion, and it is unfortunate that the United States fell for the antics of the discontented and the unpatriotic few. The United States, in its special watch list, placed Nigeria amongst countries that its government has engaged or tolerated a severe violation of freedom of movement, freedom of religion, and you know what it is, floating court order. Now, I think these people have come to a point whereby they care less about anything. They believe anything that happens at the end of the day, they will find a way of escaping out of this contraption called Nigeria. They claim that some disgruntled people are actually the one pushing this narrative forward. But I beg to disagree with this. This is not the same Adeshina that is a writer, is a media man, is someone that is supposed to make use of his pen and paper to write about the issues that are ongoing in Nigeria. And all of a sudden, it seems these people, they've become something else. Just like Festus Keyamo too is not seeing the light any longer. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these people have always been like this all this while. They're only waiting for that time, that period where they will showcase what is really inside of them as a person. And because you cannot hide it for so long. That's just what it is. You can't hide it for so long. It's a shame. It's a shame. Now, let us look at this from other people's view. Someone say it is a common attitude of the United States of America to feel crisis in most part of the world, that America is a hypocritical country. That is just what someone here is saying. And well, they have a point somehow. Yes, we know that America, they have their faults. The rule of law is upheld to a certain point there too. There are cases where they make mistakes. They imprison people that actually did not commit the crime. But then we don't see this blatant, disregard for the rule of law in the United States of America, where it's so open, where you see people being dragged like that in jail and done, apart from sometimes police brutality, at times the judges being racist and some stuff like that. We do know that they have many of these challenges there, but not the way that this administration of Buhari has blatantly flouted court ruling. Now, look at the case of the impeachment of Donald Trump. You can see that it's being taken down to the Senate, from the rep taken down to the Senate. And you see the way Even the president himself is jittery, not like how Buhari is. He cares less about it because they've already pocketed the Senate. Yes, I understand that the Senate have the majority for Donald Trump too. That's how politics work. I understand all of that, but at least the rule of law can be brought out there, and no one is going to hide under any form of status, any form of religion, and all of that. So we know that United States, yes, they oftentimes they go out there, they feel crisis in other countries so they can sell weapons and so that they can keep repeating that narrative of how good they are and how bad other countries are. We do know all of this. So let's see what some other people are saying as regards this statement that this man has made. Another one say a government that cannot put masked people everywhere to prevent impeachment of their president is putting a country that could arrest even a sitting law court on watch list. Nigeria should equally put United States on a watch list. And I want to say after now, una go buy to Kano jet from them. Una better serious or remain the laughing stock of the democratic family of states. Are you in me? All right. So we'll move forward. Someone said when the United States via Obama and Joe Biden were supporting their desperate and inordinate ascension to power, it was hailed on as the gold standard for democratic governance. But when their impunity, lawlessness, and anti-democratic hills are being challenged, then they become their enemies. Let America cough against Nigeria when you all will know how far. Remember that the Toscano jet are yet to be delivered to this nation, while Lai Mohammed and other ACN elements were writing the United States in order not to sell same to the then government. What is shameless, hypocritical, evil, and wicked government? Wow. So that's just what it is. It's not the first time that they say Buhari has been warning foreign interference ahead of elections. As you know, most of these military dictators, notwithstanding what they claim that they have for themselves, working for themselves, we still see that refusal to obey the law. Most of the times is not always obeyed, and they care less about anything. Some of them do not mind even dying, dying right there on this matter. Some of them don't mind dying, just like how Abacha was not ready to put things right. He actually died, just being a tyrant. So this is what someone say Buhari hails United States historic role in Nigeria 2015, and now Buhari is the same person saying there shouldn't be any interference from any foreign country. That is just what it is. So it seems at that time it was beneficial to him, but now it is no longer a thing of benefit. That's just what it is. So another person do zombieism with pride and dignity. The many unpardonable gaffes of this present evil government is never worth defending. Imagine Femi Adeshina saying, "At the wicked authoritative regime of 1983 to 1985 continue, then Nigeria would have been El Dorado, prosperity, and karma will surely pay him back." Well, maybe to some people, they might believe that Buhari's era during that time, that he was able to push some corrupt people in jail. But then we understand all of that, but you cannot work the system like that. You can't just keep putting people in jail all because you have something against them. You can't just keep doing that. There is another story out there. I've not really checked the story of how they claim that Dasuki, that is in prison right now, how Dasuki imprisoned, arrested this same Buhari, and Dasuki is in jail right now. And after court ruling and all of that, Dasuki is still in jail. So that's to tell you that sometimes these people, because people forget history so soon, and a lot of people have not educated themselves in the happenings of the society, the things that are very meaningful. You will wonder why certain things happen. Or you might think, okay, yes, we know that Dasuki has his hand rubbed in a lot of dirt. We understand that. But then what about other people that we expect them to also be locked up in jail? They are not. They are moving around freely. There's nothing happening to them. They care less about nothing. Some of them claim if you have a proof about their corrupt practices, bring it out there. But we cannot see there that the means, the what we can actually see, the wealth cannot actually be matched with whatever job, whatever thing, businesses that these people own. So it's a terrible situation anyway. This is the spokesperson. This is the media aide to President Muhammadu Buhari, Femi Adeshina, is saying that the United States of America should mind their business. They have a lot on their own plates to chew. They should stop coming all over the world. They should stop coming and becoming, more or less like a police that no one has appointed them a police. So they should stop taking their business all over the world. That is what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, we can build it together by you simply tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon down below. It will alert you whenever videos such as this are uploaded. And for those who are already a member, I say thank you for the support.